Well, good evening all. About time you showed up. Getting late. Dark and cold outside. Pretty decent in here in the shop. Suppose you're wondering after yesterday just what in the world we were power washing all the mouse poo out of. Well, this one's been sitting for about 16 years. This is a 1965 Dodge C500. That was actually in my family when we were in business. And this was the shop wrecker. And she was a tough old bird, but as we'll see here in a minute, she's had some hot supper. So what's the plan here? Well, the engine and transmission have already been gone through. Did that 16 years ago. So that's all emptied out. All of the wiring has to be replaced. All of the brake lines have to be replaced. I don't know about the ball joints yet. I think they're in decent shape, but we'll see. And of course, full paint job. And just wait till you see the color Junior Mechanic picked for this one. Pretty decent shape on the exterior here, except for somebody had an oopsie with one door. Now, lucky for us, we found a donor truck at one point and got a door. Problem is I can't remember where we found that donor truck because I'd like to get a few more parts. Mainly the radiator, which got stolen. Long story. But regardless to say, we had to have it sitting outside for a while because the shop that we're in went down with ice damage. So we had to rebuild it. And meanwhile, radiator disappeared. It's got a Holmes W45 boom on it, or wrecker body. And unfortunately, we've had a slight change of shape here. I don't know if you can see that, but even though that's sitting on the tire, that is kind of representative of what we're facing. It's going to be one of our first challenges here, is straightening the frame. We're off by about 1.25 inches, as best I can tell. Boy, she's going to be fun. It's a high alloy steel on that frame, so it's not as simple as just cutting it and welding it. Well, we'll figure something out. Probably be bolting to the floor and doing some pushing. Rear end, we'll go through that. 2-speed did work at one point. I don't know if it still does. All that needs to be gone through. Could have collected a lot of water over the years of freeze and thaw cycles. Got some pretty nasty torch work they did when they put the service body on it on the back end here. We'll be cleaning that up. Hopefully you'll be able to see here. That's better. I need to pop the lid on that, make sure we didn't get too much water in it yesterday. And then we need to replace the seals in that gearbox. It always leaked. Again, this side on the body looks pretty good until you open the door. And we're facing the same floor issues that we did last time. But we know how to fix that now, don't we? Center part in this one actually may not be too bad. And it smells a little better in here. Junior Mechanic was liberal with the Febreze. It was a bit stiff in here. He had fun doing all the driving today as we pushed it into place. I think he's tuckered out now. So, got some pretty big plans for insulation, sound insulation, and upholstery in here. We're going to go pretty high end on this. This truck deserves it. So we're gonna go hog wild on this puppy. got a long ways to go. Like I say, I think the best place to start right now, we'll get that frame cleaned up, get the extra parts and pieces torched off her. We got some snaggy bits hanging out all over the place. Strip the brake lines off, put some Pour 15 on the frame after we straighten it out, or attempt to anyway. And we'll bring you along for the ride. All right, be good to each other. God bless.